Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Bafana Bafana played a Bafana Bafana, and yeah, we're just gonna chat about what we thought of the game. Was it interesting, anything, and what we thought about Upule mode. But yeah, guys, other than that, I wanna say this: subscribe to the channel. Of course, guys, subscribe. We wanna get to 1,000. By the end of the year. Hopefully, we are at 1,000 by the end of the year. But that is all up to you guys. But yeah. What do I think about the Bafana game? It was not great in terms of chances. I know a lot of people have been using the excuse of saying the players were new and stuff like that. They were new players and stuff like that. But let's be honest, the players may be new, but come on, there are certain things that these guys were not doing in the game. They were just scared to make mistakes a lot of the times. So then the only player who looked like he was trying was Usaleng. Even when he was making mistakes, it looked like he was trying. But it's games like this are very annoying for me sometimes because I always say there are some players who got given a chance today who you will look at the performance and be like, oh, the player didn't do well, or like, will this player get another chance? And the reason why I say for me it's a problem is that you'll find good if Hugo Bros was playing his first team with about Tembazwane, etc., and then he had about Cody Sang come into that team, that Cody Sang would do better because that team is more structured, plays better flowing football, etc., and then he would score a few goals. But now, if you base it on a game where it's very broken, like the midfield didn't make sense. When I say the midfield didn't make sense, it doesn't make sense to play Obas and Sitole in the same game. They are the same player. So it's like in the defensive midfielder position, it's a whole problem we cry about when we as Chiefs talk about Chiefs, because it's like we lacked creativity from the middle. The only player who was more creative from the middle was Omagaman. And then other than that, we had to rely on Saleng being more creative, etc., which kind of killed us. For me, it would have been better if they left like if they left like maybe an Obas in the middle, and then they played him with like who Ukorisang as a number 8, and then Umagaman as a number 8, and then have an additional winger like Mayambela or someone like that, or Mmodi start the game, because then it would have made the attack better, and it would have made us play better. But in this game, we always felt like we were short of someone in the middle, and that's because we played Obas and Sitola, and they're the same player. They play the exact same position. They are the same player. They are too deep. They don't support enough going forward, and it killed us. And we saw that in the second half when it was just Umbujani as the DM, it kind of looked a bit better because we were starting to go forward a bit more and put more pressure, etc. So those are my issues. Sometimes when we try friendlies and just add a bunch of new players, sometimes those combinations don't work if you don't put the right people on the field. What do I think of Pule Modi's game? Pule Modi played well. I think he was one of the better substitutes. He did well, and yeah, props to him, because a lot of people didn't value Pulemod. But when he came on, it looked like there was a chance that we could get something when he was there, and he was playing well with Umudiba on the left. So I think Pulemodi's game was very positive. Even though like it was at a point where Namibia was very deep, but you could see that Puli was trying to take on players, etc., etc. So it was good to see a Chiefs player. One thing that it made me realize is that Hugo Bros likes playing with Ulipasa as the number one striker. And when he plays with Ulipasa, I start asking myself the question, Guti, is Ashley Dupree not the missing piece of Bafana Bafana? That is a question I was asking myself this whole game. Because I was like, Ashley Dupree's pace feels like the one thing that is missing in this setup. So I know he's a cheese player. I know we tend to like him, etc., etc. But at some point, I was like, we just needed that extra bit of pace up front, and we weren't finding it because um, Foster is not the fastest player. Seleng is fast, but not as fast as Dupree. And Kodisang is also, I will say Kodisang is nippy. I wouldn't say he's fast. He's like nippy. But yeah, so that is one thing I saw from this game. I was like, Bros, I feel like took a way too early judgment on Ashley Dupree. I wish Ashley Dupree just got a chance, but I will say this to Ashley, wherever he is that just keep performing. Don't mind not being selected. If they don't select you, it's fine. When I score goals for Chiefs, end the season with plus 15 goals, etc., and leave the rest to whatever. Yeah, just leave the rest. Like, yeah, just go and score. So this is my question. Is Ashley Dupree the missing piece of Bafana Bafana? And that is what I feel he is. Tell me what you think. Amakhosi for life. Subscribe. Network. I even forgot to mention. I even went to the shop. I bought things that I needed to buy. And then when I came back, I was like, no, man, I feel like I forgot something about Chiefs. And this is the Chiefs news that I forgot, is that Chiefs played a friendly against Amatuks, and apparently, it's not confirmed, apparently we drew 2-2 with Amatuks. And I think the person who was in goal when we considered the two goals, it sounds like it was Ubvuma, yeah. So it sounds like that's what happened. I don't know who scored the goals, but one thing I'll say is this. Everyone got a chance. I think Kosimpile Ngobo, Kigen Dolly, Samkelo Zwane, even Duba, I think, got a chance. Even Uhasond, Gonzalez got a chance. One thing I'll say is this. If we are drawing against Amatuks, Vela team, NFD team, Motsepa championship team, if we are drawing and conceding 2 goals against a team that is in MVEL, what does it really mean about our team? This thing is bad, because if we lose M10-8, we're going to go to our Nedbank Cup, etc. And we're going to be playing these teams and we can't beat them. So we struggle to beat Chippa, we started to beat TS Galaxy, and now we struggle to beat Amatuks, the teams that we are meant to be beating. We run and we try and act hard, show our muscles to Sundowns and Cape Town City, but the points that matter most are the points of beating the small teams. So for me, that is a concern. Anyway, that is it, Amakhosi Nation, Amakhosi Network. Please subscribe. Amakhosi for life. Tell me what you think about that tax game. We didn't see much of it, but yeah, that's the information we have so far.